What's being touted as the fight of the century might actually be the most controversial fight of the century, with Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul kicking up a huge reaction still online regarding the fight, and huge people coming forward like Conor McGregor, Dana White, to kind of show their disdain towards this fight and not really understanding why it's actually happening, let alone just the fight in general. But we've got some clips today of Dana White expressing his utter disdain towards the fight, and he's just like, what is going on? We've got Jake Paul responding to Conor McGregor. We've got Logan Paul kind of just doing what Logan Paul does best online at the minute, which is just smear Jake Paul all over the internet, and Jake Paul responding explicitly to the claims of the fight rules that were kind of announced or speculated not too long ago. So the first clip that we're going to take a look at is Dana White, who obviously is the president of the UFC. He's, a very big name when it comes to the fighting world, but he's kind of shown his very strange... He's kind of talked about why this is such a strange thing.
I love Mike, and I hate talking about it because he always gets mad at me when I talk about this stuff, but when the fight happens, he'll be 58 years old. It'll be a 31-year age difference. Jake Paul did fight a kid his age, and he lost. I just saw this thing on the internet yesterday. If he beats Mike Tyson, he's going to fight Clint Eastwood next. Clint Eastwood's 93 years old.
On the verge of Jake Paul, if you want to be taken seriously as a fighter,
but he doesn't.
He doesn't want to be taken seriously. That's where I'm getting.
What Jake wants to make money. The people that follow Jake Paul don't buy Jake Paul's fights. So Jake Paul has to fight people who can actually sell pay-per-views.
Now that's an interesting and very hot topic at the end there. Obviously, talking about the whole Clint Eastwood thing, but the Jake Paul not being able to sell pay-per-views, that's a hot topic, and that's something that KSI has also been saying for a very, very long time, is that, he just can't sell pay-per-views, apparently, supposedly, but, so he has to pick these fights where there's big names, big tickets, and, people will come for not necessarily the Jake Paul name, but the other person involved's name. So, very hot take there. The next part that we're going to take a look at is Jake Paul responding to Conor McGregor, who kind of came out and was like, this fight makes no sense. It just doesn't make any sense. So this is what Jake Paul responded.
Yeah, so Conor, you're saying the interest is low for the fight, but the last fight you announced, there was 1,000 articles written in a multiple day span to, people talking about your last fight. In that same multiple day span, there was 10,000 articles written about this. So this is, in my mind, the biggest fight the world will ever see. There's no reason for them to be jealous. Like, I get people are jealous, but it's like when the old heads like Conor are still like trying to hate. It's like,
yeah, I don't get
why
that.
are you trying to pull people down? Like, your ego is that.
You think you're blowing out Mayweather and McGregor?
It'll be more viewed, 1,000%. Obviously, it's free, so we can't compare pay-per-view numbers. But a lot of people in this sport are bitches. That's what I've come to find out. They don't actually want to fight. So all these super fights, Nate Diaz in MMA, all these actual bitch-made men.
Now, that's an interesting point there, is this is technically a free fight for Netflix subscribers. So that kind of undoes the whole Dana White argument, which was he needs to pull names for pay-per-views, but he doesn't need pay-per-views on a free event for the viewer. So, that just added kind of a talking point when I kind of rewatched that. I was like, oh, actually, that doesn't make sense. But moving on, Logan Paul doing what Logan Paul does best, which is just kind of smear Jake Paul at any given opportunity. And this came after the Jake Paul Mayweather issue, where Logan fought Mayweather. Jake had a bit of a thing, and he took his hat and Mayweather swore he was going to kill him. And after that, Logan Paul was claimed that Jake Paul still requires protection from Floyd Mayweather after he stole his hat in 2021. Take a little listen to this, because it's just
when
so
Jake
Logan.
took his hat. Was there any planning between the Paul camp and and what about between Mayweather?
No, no. Oh my God, no. Floyd was pissed, dude.
Got your hat.
Jake has not been without a security guard since that moment. I think Floyd's gonna try to kill Jake.
You kill him, mother. When I catch you, mother, I kill you, mother.
I'm gonna kill this mother. How you disrespect me? Like real threats in Miami. What the do we know about Miami, bro? Floyd knows Miami. He's been around the block. He got goons who kill a man for $200. Told me he was gonna do it. I didn't think he was gonna do it. He did it. And I felt like Jake had put me in jeopardy. He took Floyd's hat, a skirmish breaks out, go to protect my little brother, and if I break my hand or get a concussion or get f***ed up by Floyd's guys a month before the biggest moment of my life, trying to save my little brother's ass, that's stupid.
When Jake.
So, yeah. I mean, Logan's got a fair point. You know, it was rash, it was stupid from Jake at the time, but it's literally, it was 4 years ago or 3 years ago. Like, let it go. But anyway, moving on. We're going to look at, so Jake was part of on his podcast, the BS with the Jake Paul podcast, he's kind of spoke about the fight rules that were touted, which was, you know, wearing headgear, the tag-ins with Logan, having 18-ounce gloves and things like this. It got a bit heated from him. He definitely wasn't happy about the response, but
Actual bitch made men.
I saw a TikTok covering this fight. It was like the most stupid shit I've ever seen in my life.
We have it. I think we can pull it up. We
Apparently, you and Logan are packing out Mike Tyson.
I don't even.
And you're wearing headgear. Is this
Packing what?
Bro,
But a lot of people believe it. It's got like 1 million likes, and all the comments think this is real.
So,
Jake Paul is all set to box against Mike Tyson this July, but the rules in this fight are absolutely absurd. Even at almost 60 years old, Tyson would absolutely dominate Jake Paul, so they had to adjust the rules to make this a somewhat fair fight. First rule is for Paul's own safety. He'll be able to wear headgear like an amateur boxer, but Tyson won't be wearing any of that. That gives Paul a chance to knock Tyson out, but with his headgear, Jake Paul won't get knocked out and won't get badly injured. The second rule is that Jake is allowed to tag team with his brother Logan Paul, but tag team isn't even the correct way of describing it, despite that being what the contract says, because he'll be able to bring Logan in, and they'll both be able to fight at the same time.
That's probably where you could pause it, because it's so sad that like millions of people believe that. It's fucking absurd. Like, first of all, there's obviously none of that's true. Like, no
Well, they will
headgear.
see if you come in the ring, if you have headgear on or not.
No, but they're so fucking stupid. Like, anyone who believes that shit should not be allowed to vote. Like, actually, there should be like these. I thought of this. I was like, there should be these hidden tests throughout life that like qualify you to be able to vote or not, and they don't know that they're like taking a test. But like the fact that these people are not only driving around on our streets, but like they're able to vote, bro. They're out there driving cars. How could they? They're dumb as fuck, and it's sad. We live in a fucked up world. Humans are getting more and more stupid every single day,
So
and it's crazy,
So
bro.
what round are you planning on tagging Logan in?
Bro, shut the fuck up.
To be honest, I was kind of excited when I saw it. I was like, wait, are these the rules? Because that would be pretty fucking sweet.
Bro.
So yeah, that kind of concludes the response from Jake, you know, about the rules, putting them to bed. They're definitely not the rules. Looks like it's going to be under professional rules. An exhibition fight is what it's being, you know, described as right now. Obviously, both fighters are still pushing for it to be a professional bout, but I don't think any kind of, I don't think anyone's going to take that. But what do you guys think on all of this? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Is this the most controversial fight of the century, or is this going to be the fight of the century? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well. And while you're down there, jump scare the hell out of that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new and tick on my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload. And until next time, I hope that you guys have enjoyed. Cannot wait to see the next one, and I'll speak to you later. Peace.